Plus Freeman, on behalf of Jamie Foxx, she's standing here to my right.
Your name?
Jamie Foxx.
All right. So we wanted to adjourn this out, I think. Is that correct? First of all,
That's step one.
step one. March 6th, 13th. Which one would
13th, Your Honor. On the 6th, that might be otherwise occupied.
That's what I thought. Probable cause conference will be adjourned to March 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. All right. And then as to the bond violations.
I'm going to talk to Jamie at length about this, and she just doesn't feel like she should deny the test. She feels like she should tell the court that she's made a mistake and she's apologetic, and she will test daily, house arrest, whatever you want. She'd like to avoid incarceration, but she has been clean for months, and she made a mistake. Correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Why?
I just made a bad decision.
Or you believe that you can not make any more bad decisions?
Yes. I guarantee I will. I can test every day.
Could you test today?
Yes. And I tested yesterday too, just because it was my...
You have a prescription for Adderall?
I do.
I did confirm that she has a prescription that she fills at the pharmacist. It's not a street situation.
So you're admitting to the bond violation?
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say before I sentence you?
I'm just sorry, Your Honor. I promise I won't make any poor decisions.
Okay. If you're in jail till the 13th, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sentence you to 7 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. You'll go to there, and then your bond will be reinstated. Defendant's remanded.
Is the court going to change the testing frequency, or will it continue?
Yes, and I am going to order that defendant is to test 2 times per week random.
She's going to take it today. You're going to be
Right now?
You'll be out in about 5 days.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Judge. My understanding is this is a case that Mr. Walters had previously asked to adjourn to seek new counsel, to retain counsel. He has not been able to do that this time. I'd ask for a 3-week adjournment so that he and I can sit down and talk over his case and see about possible resolution, Your Honor.
Adjourn it, but what about his bond violation?
Yes, Judge. As it relates to his bond violation, I did speak to Mr. Walter about it in the hallway. Mr. Walter did say he was aware of the THC positive. He said he asked.
Court date confirmation. Jamie Foxx, who is standing here to my right, has confirmed that her court date is set for March 13th, 2025 at 9 a.m. She initially considered March 6th, but will be unavailable due to prior commitments. As for the bond violations, Jamie has discussed the situation at length and, after careful consideration, she believes she should take full responsibility for her actions. She regrets her mistake and is genuinely apologetic. Jamie is committed to following all requirements, including daily drug testing and house arrest if necessary.
The therapeutic center that does his additional drug testing, and they did a second test within 24 hours of the positive test you received there, and he's expecting a result from them any day now. If the court wants to have those results in the near future, I'd ask the court to consider just adjourning it 1 week.
Well, I guess my question is he saying it shouldn't be in his system at all?
That's what he's saying, Your Honor.
Yeah, I did not knowingly ingest THC, but I do have a medical card. But
You have a medical marijuana card?
I do. It may need to be renewed, but I do have one. Oh,
This says you report not having one.
I don't think I think it's expired, Your Honor. I don't think it's valid. I think it is expired, I believe, Your Honor. So I don't think he has a valid card. He may have a physical card, but not a valid physical card, Your Honor. My understanding of talking to him, I said my first time talking to him, Your Honor, he says he did not use any THC, and that's why he paid for the additional testing, and that is why he went and got the second test within 24 hours. So he should have some verification.
So you were just somewhere and this THC snuck into your system.
I don't really know how to.
Really?
I would.
No, hold it. So Mr. Feaster will explain to you how I am.
I did already.
So I just want to know, is that the story you're sticking to tell me?
Well,
What he's saying is, like we talked about in the hallway, if you did accident or choose to use marijuana in violation of your bond, it is best to tell him the truth today,
right,
and not say you didn't do it if you did do it. If you didn't do it, then you could.
And I didn't do it.
Okay.
I'm
so
100%
if we tested you today, your levels would go down for winning that other test.
Yeah, or it'd be non-existent.
Or non-existent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can be happy with that. You're gonna go over and get tested.
All right.
Then we'll see what the results are. And then I'll make my decision as to what I'm going to do with them.
Thank you, Judge. So you're going over the community questions right now. What Judge is telling you.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I noticed on the bond violation report that when the defendant went to do his initial intake, he said he didn't have money to test, which is why he wasn't tested that day. So we just confirmed that he does have money before he sent over there to prevent us having to come back and everything.
Do you have the funds to be able to test today?
I do.
He does, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. He can head over and you'll let them know he's on his way. All right. Go test.
Thank you.
We're across the case, people versus Alyssa Reese. You ready, Mr. Feaster?
Raise, I'm going to be judge.
Court does call the case, people versus Jeremy Walter.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Torshio Feaster, Assistant Public Defender. On behalf of Jeremy Walter, to the approach the podium, please.
Jeremy Walter.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for giving Walter the opportunity to go to community corrections and to have his another sample given and tested. We did receive the results that sample was positive. I followed up and asked for the levels from the February 18th date to today, the 2/20 date, and those levels do appear to have gone up.
Skyrocket would probably be a word.
Well, yes, Judge, that would be accurate.
Okay.
My client, I spoke to him about this again and asked him if there was anything he wanted to tell the court to clarify things. He's still adamant that he did not use any marijuana intentionally, and I informed him what was likely to happen.
The past and has learned from it. She has been clean for several months and is committed to staying that way. Jamie confirms that she made a poor choice and assures the court that she will not repeat this mistake. She is willing to comply with daily testing, including submitting to a test today if needed. Regarding her prescription, Jamie does have a legitimate prescription for Adderall, and this has been confirmed by her pharmacist. She assures the court that this is not related to any illegal activity. Before sentencing, the defendant, Jamie Foxx, expressed regret and took responsibility for her actions, apologizing for the mistake. She promised to make better decisions moving forward and assured the court that she would comply with all requirements, including daily drug testing. Court decision. The judge decided to sentence Jamie to 7 days in Washtenaw County Jail, after which her bond would be reinstated. Additionally, the court ruled that she would be subject to random drug tests twice a week. Jamie was informed that she would need to undergo a drug test today.
Hold up here in just a moment. And at the time that he initially went on 117, he said he didn't have the money. 127, he missed. 24, he missed. 214, he refuses. 218, we finally get a test and it's positive. And today, 220, the test is increasingly positive. The reason that I'm particularly in this case is because there are underlying mental health issues at play. And people do believe that we're at least in part responsible for the things that led to the charges. In my professional experience, the combination of THC with mental health challenges can be really disruptive and difficult. I am very concerned about the defendant and his behavior while on bond, and I will leave any decision about the bond violation to the court's discretion.
Only thing I can say to his credit, Judge, that he did go test when we ordered him to. He come back. He did not flee, run. He's not sure how it's got in the system. He did have some housing insecurity. When he thought there might be some using at that location, he left that housing location to make sure he was not around any narcotics. He's not sure how this could have occurred, but he's obviously very apologetic that it's positive, and he understands the court's how the court treats these situations generally. I've made that very clear to him, but he says that he has not been using to his knowledge, Your Honor.
I'm not even sure what to say. I mean, as I'm looking at this, it's clear that first of all, we had a series where he's not testing. Then he's unable to test. Then he tests, it comes back positive. Then we're not necessarily dealing with it at that time. And then I get him here and he's got an opportunity to tell me something's going on. And he's telling me it's all he's not sure, or some mistake on his part. And then I get the levels and it's clear it's not a mistake.
Like I said, to Mr. Feaster here, that I was, because of my bond stipulations and the no contact order with my parents, which is where I was living before, I was living in a place that I realized was not safe, and I about 36 hours ago moved out of there because I realized that people were using there, and so I moved. I put everything in my car, and I moved to my to a place where I can be safe and be private and not be around people using. So I made a significant effort to